lads, it's me. Here I am, doing the old update-a-runo. No matter what I do, I can never find a flattering angle for my stupid face. And I made the mistake of wearing a really frosty lip gloss, so my lips look stupid. I look banging in real life, ugly on camera. That's kind of unfortunate if I was to ever get famous. That would be a bit of a low point. I would always look ugly in pictures. No one could ever interview me. Anyhoozle, my kind of recent update is about thinking things. Because I've been doing a lot of thinking things, I kind of intended for this to be like a mixture of serious and whimsical when I started it, but all I do is keep talking about serious things. I've actually had some funny things happen with regards to the kids in China I teach, really funny stories that I could tell and I really should tell. The thing is, so many like weird things keep happening in terms of just like real life seriousness that I feel I gotta talk about that first. God, I just can't stop thinking deep thoughts. I'm just so deep with my deep thoughts, lads. I have a group of friends who are having a bit of a drama with another friend. I'm not involved in the drama. I'm in that really lucky position where I'm on the outside and I'm getting to see all the drama, but I'm not involved in it. It's like, just keep giving me the snacks and I'm not gaining any weight. That's what it's like. It's amazing. I'm hearing about all the drama. One particular friend has basically kind of been using their friends as a bit of an emotional dumping ground. So they've been kind of selfish with the way they've kind of been treating their friends, and as far as they're aware, they are the victim in the situation and everyone else is kind of out to get them. Because, you know, they're not being an adult about it and having a conversation, very much behaving like a teenager. Anyway, I'm not involved in that. But the fact that this is happening means that potentially this could be one of those things that maybe ends some friendships. And it's never good when friendships end. And it's kind of made me think recently about a friendship of mine that I've lost. Previously in other videos I have been talking vaguely about an ex-boyfriend of mine. This is not about an ex-boyfriend of mine, this is just about a friendship with someone that I was really, really close to. And in previous videos of mine I've mentioned about how, you know, in all relationships, regardless of what it is, whether it's a friendship or like a romantic relationship or a family relationship, everyone makes bad decisions. We all eventually do something to hurt the other person. We all do selfish things. Everyone does it, okay? If you all can honestly put your hand on your heart and say you've never done a bad thing in your life, you're lying. Even the most wonderful, good, pure people in the world eventually do something bad. It's just human nature. What makes you a good person is when you do something bad, even when it's something you really know you shouldn't have done, you learn from it. Even when you willingly make a selfish decision, like we all do that. We all willingly at some point make a bad selfish decision we know we shouldn't do. We know it's going to hurt someone and we still do it. What makes you a good person is when you recognise that situation, recognise, oh my god, that's not the kind of person I want to be, and try and learn from it. Even if it means you never get forgiveness from the person you've wronged, the fact is you got to grow up and learn from it. And I kind of want to tell that to this particular friend that's been a dick to the other friends, but as I'm not involved in it, it's not really my business. So I am really lucky. I am blessed with so many wonderful, amazing friends. At the moment, I'm not always very good at keeping in touch with them just because socialising right now is still a very difficult thing for me to do. I have amazing friends. They are talented, they are beautiful, they're so generous, they listen to me. I've got amazing friends, I really do. I'm so grateful for every single one of them. But at the end of the day, we all have that one friendship where you connect to someone on a level you just didn't know you could connect with another person. And I had that. I say had because this is the story about how this friendship kind of ended. This friend and I connected on a level I didn't know I could connect with another human being. We just got each other, like snap like that, we just got each other. We had the same absolutely horrendous and disgusting sense of humour. We both very much laughed at the same disgusting, very weird, existential kind of memes. We were both just always laughing. Like whenever we were in each other's presence, we just laughed. We could make jokes about bad things that had happened to each other and we would just laugh. We could talk to each other about bad things that had happened to us. We could confide in each other. We really could open up. I don't think I had any secrets from this person. Like I very much just bared my soul to them. They bared their soul to me. We were so close, so in sync. It was like I've just never met someone that I've connected with like that before. And basically what happened was that particular friend kind of used me. Like they very much took advantage of a vulnerable position they knew I was in and a level of emotional vulnerability I was feeling and kind of used me for their own gains and then kind of betrayed my trust. I didn't do the grown-up mature thing, which was walk away from that friendship. I did the stupid thing teenagers do. I retaliated their betrayal of my trust by betraying their trust. I did the grown-up thing. No, I didn't. Basically, as a result of that, that friendship's pretty much, I'm not going to say it's over, but at the moment it's kind of over. It's just right now I'm kind of in a place where my old work friends, I've kind of drifted apart from them, and not for lack of trying to keep in touch with them. Like, a lot of them I'm still in touch with them, and a lot of them I'm not, and it's kind of a bit sad to feel like I'm not really, like, I know I don't work at that particular place anymore, but it's sad to feel like they don't really want me anymore. Like, I'm sure that's not the case, but that's kind of how it feels. It's like you don't work here anymore, so therefore you're done. And at my new workplace, I'm kind of like still finding my feet with the job as well as making friends. Like, I've made some lovely friends, but no one I'm like close enough to really confide in. And at this moment in time, I'm just feeling so lost that I really wish I still had this friend in my life. I miss them so much, and like, I've never met anyone who I could open up to and talk to about anything. Literally, it was that kind of friendship where I could phone them and describe in detail something disgusting that had happened to me while I was like on my period, and they would have been like, cool, tell me more. Like, it was that level of grossness. Like, we were really disgusting. That's the only reason we were friends, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling so lonely, and I just wish I had this person to talk to. I actually still try and talk to this friend. Like, every so often I'll fire them a text message and be like, hey, how are you? Here's an update on what's going on in my life. Miss you, love you, all that jazz. And then they never respond. I really don't want to believe that the bridge is burned on this friendship. Like, I don't want to believe the bridge is burned. I want to believe that there's like a rope and there's like a little plank there, and eventually we're going to rebuild this bridge. I really want to believe that, because, again, we just clicked in a way. Again, I didn't know. It was really weird. Like, we could go like months without seeing each other, and then when we saw each other, it was like bam, it was like we'd never been apart. It was that level of closeness we had. Anytime I saw them, I've never been more delighted to see another human being in my life. Like, not even when I was a kid and I saw Santa, I wasn't as delighted as I was when I saw this friend. And, you know, this friend wasn't bringing me gifts, you know, this friend was just bringing me the good times and the banters. They weren't bringing me a PlayStation. And I still preferred them over Santa. I want to believe the bridge isn't burned on this friendship. I really want to believe that one day we'll get to a place where we can repair the friendship. Ultimately, the lesson in this is just like, you know, don't betray each other's trust. I'm aware that makes me sound like I'm an absolute bitch of a friend to have, but they kind of deserved it. Not that that means I should have done it, but they did deserve it. Again, not that that means I should have done it. I honestly feel like if me and this friend actually did the mature thing and got together and sat down for like an hour or two, that friendship would be repaired like that. Like, I think honestly within a few hours we'd be back to where we used to be, bantering about gross stuff, talking about vines we've seen, talking about memes, comparing TV shows, talking about games. I really believe that we would get back to that place, and I believe it would be repaired really quickly. But the problem is, friendships are very much a dialogue, and you have to be willing to have the dialogue. I'm willing to have the dialogue. I don't think this particular friend's at a position where they are. I don't actually know if this person will ever want to speak to me again, but I have to hope that they will. Because this person means so much to me that I can't, you know, I can't sign off the friendship. I can't write it off and say it's got done. I can't do that. I know in my heart that this person and I were meant to be friends, and we're gonna continue to be friends at some point down the line. Like, I just have to believe that, you know. And I am sorry about what happened between us. I don't know if they're sorry. I wouldn't even say I'm sorry about what I did, purely because I don't think they're sorry for what they did. So until I know if they're sorry or not, I don't really see any reason to feel guilty. You know, I'm not going to let guilt weigh me down if the other person isn't going to feel guilty and take responsibility for their half of what went wrong. Because very much this friendship ended because the two of us were equally dickish to each other. But I'm not going to take full responsibility for that. You have to be willing to step up and have that conversation, be willing to step up, look at yourself in the mirror and go, Jesus Christ, what kind of person am I? How am I going to fix it? Truthfully, as much as I don't like that I've lost this friend, the experience was really good for me in terms of it was like the biggest slap in the face. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why did you do that? What are you doing with your life? What kind of person are you becoming? That, you know, that was kind of what happened. That was how you responded to the situation. It was all very high school, very teenagery, to be honest. And I don't want to be like that. Like, I'm a grown up now. I mean, I say I'm a grown-up, I still live at home with my family, but I'm very much a grown-up. Okay, I pay taxes, I've seen it on my payslip. I really hope that this friend and I will reconnect, and I really hope that one day everything that happened in the past, it's just going to be in the past. You know, it won't matter that happened. It'll just be a horrible blip on the radar that we'll forget about, and we'll be back to showing each other disgusting memes and watching, you know, crappy TV shows. Thoughts right now is just very much I'm lonely, and I'm missing this incredible friendship I had, and I really hope that it rekindles. Like, I really do. My other kind of update on the old novel Rooney, I'm up to 15 chapters. What up? I can't pull that off. I'm never doing that again. Oh, that was horrible. I'm up to 15 chapters. This book is going to be a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I already knew it was going to be long. I think it's going to be a lot longer. Again, I keep finding plot holes, but I'm like, I can't fix plot holes until I've written the whole book, because the problem if you start fixing plot holes while you're still writing it is you actually are going to write more plot holes. You don't want to do that. You got to be smart about this. You got to be smart. That's my kind of recent update. I will see you lads again soon, fingers crossed. And also, just the friendships you have, appreciate them. If you have that ultimate special connection with someone, don't let it go. If you have that one friend you can speak to, don't let them go. Talk about your issues like grown-ups. Don't be teenagery dicks to each other, you know. And also, if you do have that kind of friendship that has died and you're trying to rekindle it, reach out to that person. You know, reaching out is the only way it's going to start, and if they don't want to respond, then at least you tried. You know, at least you tried to fix it, you tried to get the dialogue going, and you can't feel bad about that.